Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to Bottom of the Bottle.
What up?
And this week, we got Cody, who is the drummer for The Browning.
Ooh.
And he is also a songwriter, producer, all that stuff. He actually, I didn't know this, but he recently wrote a couple songs for Falling in Reverse.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so I was like, damn, I didn't know that. But The Browning, I've known those guys for a while, just kind of in passing, and they've always just been really, really chill, cool guys.
I've been listening to them since high school.
Dude, yeah, no, same. I can't. What was the name of their that album? I can't remember, but I remember listening to it, dude.
Yep. Their first one?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So it's crazy. They had their vocalist Johnny just started as apparently just a MySpace band back in that time, and then
shit.
Cody came in later to the picture, but now it's this big old thing. They went to China. They did all this shit. Like they're fucking killing it. I saw them recently, and I talked to them about this. They on their headliner tour in the U.S. I saw them in Portland, and like, dude, they have their own light show and everything, and it was actually fucking insane. Dude. Most of the time when like club size bands like that like have their own lights and stuff, it's just like, oh man.
Was that at Rock Hard or after that?
No, it was after that. This was at Paris.
Ugh.
But yeah,
Rock
but
Hard.
I saw they had their own lighting setup, and I was like, kind of honestly like, fuck, this is not gonna be good. Because most bands at that size, when you see they have their own lighting setup and stuff, you're just like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like, you know, it's most of the time when bands bring that in, it's like it's not big enough, it's not good enough. But no, their light show, dude, was fucking insane. Their whole live show was insane.
Oh.
Blew me away. I was like, damn. And that's when I like really fucking just started standing The Browning. I was like, damn, these guys are fucking sick.
Dude, they're legit.
They are legit. But anyways, so before we dive into that, bro.
What?
I know you're a huge Jackass fan.
Oh, fuck yeah.
What's up with Bam Margera's Instagram? What do you think about all that?
I don't know. That it kind of bums me out, to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were gonna hit me with this.
Oh, hey, it's bottom of the bottle, baby.
Yeah, fuck. I guess I should expect it.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me personally, like, I looked at all those videos he posted, and like it looked like he was just drunk.
Yeah.
But before that, the only thing that I knew was that he had finished his like celebrity rehab thing, and he was like actually doing good again.
Yeah.
And I was really stoked about it. And then I saw all that, and I was like, oh fuck, there's no way there's gonna be a new Jackass movie if, you know.
Yeah, and isn't he talking shit about people who are on Jackass and stuff? Like, I think Steve-O.
He posted something. It was like this list of like people that piss me off because they only call me to ask if I'm okay. And it was like Steve-O and Brandon Novak. And they both commented on that post. I was like, I've dived into this, but
Well, yeah. So
but yeah,
go on.
Both of them were like, we just care about you, man. You know, we don't mean to annoy you, but you know, we see what you're doing because we used to do it. We used to be like that, and that's just, you know, you come on over to our side. Like, they still, like, even in the comments, they were trying to be like, let us help you, dog.
Yeah, and he was still just like, nah. Especially like someone like Steve-O, like that dude's done a complete 180.
Dude,
like, you know.
I watch all his YouTube videos now because he's got his YouTube channel going.
Is it going good?
Oh, fuck yeah. It's super entertaining.
And isn't he vegan now?
Yep.
Vegan, he has a fucking rescue dog.
He's got two.
He's got 2 rescue dogs?
Yeah.
That dude's my fucking hero now.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
Dude.
He's got a stand-up special that he's
he's
promoting too, yeah.
Is it going to be on Netflix?
I don't know.
Dude, that would be sick.
That would be. Either one way or the other, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to see it.
Oh, hell yeah. Besides that, just opening thoughts. So, did you watch the Democratic debates at all?
No, to be honest, like, I'm not really too into politics.
Dude, I am not either.
I know how I feel about everything, but I don't really like talking about it.
Yeah, no, for real. I'm the same way. And this is by no means a political show. I just want to point light to something that I discovered recently. So I think there was a recent round of Democratic debates. I didn't watch those, but I watched the first 2 nights.
Yep.
And I just remember thinking, wow, this is a fucking shit show.
Why?
Oh, dude, everyone just sounded crazy.
Well, yeah.
But now here's why.
Okay.
So, you know, in this debate format where we're supposed to learn about people who could potentially run our fucking country, it's like, all right, you got 12 to 60 seconds to say what you think or rebuttal about something.
What?
So that's, yeah. It's all timed out. So you only have, like, if they ask you a direct question, it's like you got 60 seconds. And then if someone has a rebuttal, it's like, okay, you got like 30 seconds. And then sometimes even like 12 seconds. And they'll just, so then with that, what I saw and why it was so fucking like crazy to me and why everyone sounded crazy was, and this is the point, there's a point to all this.
Okay.
I promise. So it's like, okay, yeah, you got 12 to 60 seconds to get over on people.
Yeah.
And that's
yourself.
And me and you, we're big wrestling fans.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And so when we say that, like, I shouldn't be comparing this to pro wrestling. But yeah, you got 12 to 60 seconds to go on air, just like pro wrestling, and get over in the way you need to be perceived.
You need to go out there and cut a fat promo.
You need to cut a fucking promo. You need to get over.
You need to get the pop from the crowd.
And that's not exactly. So it's like you got 12 to 60 seconds to for all these people to think a certain way about you. So then when that happens, all these politicians, they're just put in this situation where they're just like, fuck, I just need to say the thing that's going to get a reaction, an instant, just, you know, it's a promo, dude. Yeah. Just like pro wrestling.
Yeah. You
like
get that pop.
Well, I need to get that pop from people. Like, what are people going to be talking about, you know? And so I saw the debates and I was like, wow, this is just, and they were just saying ridiculous shit, dude. It even got to the point where after the debates, like, other people were calling other people racist and shit. And they're all Democrats. God. They're all on the same fucking side. And it's like, holy shit. So then recently, the other night, I was here at the office just drinking by myself, and I saw Andrew Yang. He was on H3H3, and he's running for Democratic office. Yeah. And then also Bernie Sanders was on Joe Rogan.
He was?
Yeah.
That was a real thing?
Yeah, this just happened.
Oh, I thought these episodes are new. I saw a picture of it. I thought it was a meme.
Oh, that's real shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I watched both of them, and then these two guys that were in these debates, you know, sounding kind of fucking crazy. I was like, oh, you guys aren't crazy. Now that you actually have this open conversation format to speak about your shit on, everyone can understand it, and you can actually say what you need to say about certain subjects.
Fuck.
So that's like, that's one of my thoughts I've been stewing on, is just like the whole debate format is kind of a fucking joke, and that's not how we should like determine who we think we should vote for to be the president of the United States, you know?
Yeah. Dude, actually I agree with that. Like I said, I'm not big into politics, and that's the main reason why, is because I just feel like no one ever gets to really say what they're trying to say.
Dude, yeah, we're at a day and age, and this isn't just me, this is a lot of people, but we shouldn't be comparing the debates in our presidential races to reality TV shows.
Nope.
We shouldn't be comparing it to that, and that's what it is. But like I said, you know, people, if you want to, you know, go watch Andrew Yang on H3H3 and go watch fucking Bernie on Joe Rogan.
Yo, Joe Rogan's actually in town at the Moda Center tonight.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I wish I was there.
And so he played in Seattle yesterday.
Yeah.
And Dave Chappelle showed up and
that's sick.
Did the show with him. So there's like a rumor that he might be there tonight too.
Fuck.
Whew.
That's sick.
Yeah.
But goddamn. But yeah, that's my only thing about politics. Like, I'm just like you. I'm not a political person at all. I'm dumb as fuck with politics. But I know, I know from my years of fucking pro wrestling experience and my in-depth fucking research and love for pro wrestling, I know when someone's cutting a fucking promo.
You were just waiting for someone's theme music to cut in.
Yeah, exactly. They're saying all this shit and just going off, and it's like, dude, you're going to hear that glass shatter, and Stone Cold's going to come out and throw beers at everyone in a sec. Like, that's what it feels like.
By God is my witness.
Yeah, dude, and JR's just commentating the whole thing. It's fucking, dude, yeah. But yeah, the debate format, I think that's something that America just needs to, like, stop. And I think fucking Bernie said on Joe Rogan that in other countries that's not the case. Like, in other countries, they'll actually give 30 minutes of uninterrupted airtime to every single politician that's running. So they just get their own individual 30 minutes uninterrupted on their major networks to just say their shit and be like, this is what I think. And that's fucking, you can't describe how you're going to solve fucking our country's issues in 12 to 60 seconds.
Nope.
No.
One way or the other, no. You can't explain shit.
Nah.
You can't, like...
Yeah.
No, get out of here.
But enough with that bullshit. Any more thoughts for you?
Actually, yeah. To make the subject a little bit lighter here.
Yeah.
I went and saw a show, and it is leaps and bounds by far the absolute greatest live show I have ever fucking seen.
I bet it's not as good as my greatest live show I've ever seen.
Probably not for you, but for me,
okay,
this is the greatest live show I have ever fucking seen.
Who was it? Who'd you see?
This is gonna surprise you.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys.
Oh, they're back, all right?
Oh, fuck, but they never went away.
Oh, shit.
But no, dude, the fucking best, absolute best show I've ever fucking seen. They put on I can't even...
Well, you can't just leave it there. You're going to have to, like, talk about it.
Okay, so... Fuck.
So just how was it?
Dude, it's so good. They had this huge screen, this, like huge TV screen in the back. Right before they came on, they did this, like, huge promo thing. Like, basically something you'd see out of WWE before, like, a new wrestler comes on or something.
Yeah.
And it was, like, them, all their albums that they put out, and just all this, like, flashing and crazy shit going on. And then the thing rose up, and they were all just standing there. And so it was at the Moda Center.
Yeah.
I have never heard anything that loud before. Everyone was fucking screaming, and even myself.
Yeah.
I was like, why is it so loud in here? And then I was like, oh, shit, I'm screaming too.
Well, fuck. So how old are those guys now?
So they're in their 40s.
Yeah.
Kevin's the oldest, and Nick is the youngest. He's like 38.
Yeah.
When he first got into Backstreet Boys, he was 12 years old.
Ooh.
So just to give you the age difference.
Yeah.
Nick was 12, and Kevin was 21.
That's fucking rough, dude.
Yeah. So it's a weird spread they've got going on there.
So my question leading to that, how are their dance moves? Are they still holding up?
Oh, fuck. Dude. Yeah.
Are they in the best shape of their lives?
They're all in fucking phenomenal shape.
Weren't a couple of them like ex-drug addicts and shit like that?
Well, Nick Carter had like issues a while back. We don't really talk about that. But yeah, he gained a bunch of weight and then lost it. Mm-hmm. But no, he was like, dude, they were all running around. It was a 2-hour-long show.
Damn.
They were all running around, dancing, doing everything. It was just blew my mind that they could keep it up for that long.
Dude, yeah, that's fucking sick.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
And the way they interacted with the crowd and just the whole show, there was explosions, the lights, fucking. They had this thing where they had this like belt thing come off the back of their belt onto the stage, and this like triangle thing lifted them all up, and then this huge LED triangle like came down around them, and then it like played a music video while they sang it live.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yep.
But
so yeah, that's my thought.
Well, fuck yeah, man.
Backstreet Boys forever.
For the record, my favorite or the best live show I've ever seen, hands down. And this is just because, like, this is my fucking roots. This is what, like, my dad literally, like, introduced me to when I was a kid. I saw fucking Motley Crue and Poison.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was fucking sick.
When did you see him?
It was a while ago. I was in high school still.
Okay. Was it before their last album?
Yeah. It was before they started kind of slumping.
Oh man.
It was when they were still just like they were in their like
they were still going.
They were still in their Clooney years.
The what?
The Clooney years.
Clooney?
Yeah, like you know, you're old but you're still on your shit. And you're still making money but you can still perform. You're not dog shit old yet.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they were still in their Clooney years and everyone just fucking killed it. It was the sickest show. But also with the Backstreet Boys, you know, Nick Carter, you know I'm a huge fan of fucking little brother Aaron Carter.
Oh, yeah.
His new shit is fucking awesome. And people usually laugh. They're like,
oh my,
I want Candy Kid. It's like, yo, listen to his new record, Love, and you won't even be saying I want candy.
I agree. I agree with you 100%.
It's fucking good.
You were the one that showed me his new shit because
so
I didn't
good.
even know it existed, and I had the same shit ever since then. I would like tell people about it. I'd be like, "Yo, you need to listen to this. It's actually really good," and everyone would just fucking chuckle. Like, oh, that kid that beat Shaq, and it's like, yeah, it is. But guess what? It's fucking gonna be your new favorite album.
Yeah, no, for real. That like it's old now. It's not even new. It's kind of, I think it's like 2 years old, but I still listen to it like on regular rotation.
Oh yeah,
it's a fucking good album.
It's so good.
Yeah, but hell yeah. Is that all we got for our opening thoughts?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's time
I'm happy
to
be here.
Yeah, hell yeah. You think it's time to get this show started?
Yeah, love you, miss you.
We miss you too.
Let's get it going, bitch.
Hey, dude,
roll the fucking music.
Roll the fucking music. I'll see you in the next fucking segment, you idiot. All right, roll the fucking music.
We decided that it was time to bring you the hard and the heavy. Kendall Johns from Dead Crown.
You know, to be honest, since we're on a podcast, you know, like we're shooting real shit. Yeah, go follow that motherfucker. Go follow that motherfucker.
Now, you've been on my radar for a while.
Yeah.
There you go. I love you.
There's a quote.
I don't want to talk shit, but step it up a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
you know what the fuck is good?
Shit.
Yo, Blake.
What?
It's time to take some shouts.
Whoa, taking shots?
Hit me with it, bro.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. You ready?
I'm fucking born ready, dog.
When I say Cougars and Metallica, what's your first thought?
Oh, just hot, older moms. Just, you know, like, you know, the moms in the night, like the slutty backstage groupie girls in the 90s who are grown up now, but they're moms, but they haven't lost their shit and they're still good looking. Side stage, floppy hatting for Metallica. That's what I think of.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Am I off? Am I wrong?
A little bit. Well, not really. I don't know. Kind of. That was good, though. I like that. Anyways, no. So what happened was this woman was walking her husky dog, a Vancouver woman.
Vancouver, Washington?
I think so. It doesn't say if it's Washington or
Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's walking her husky dog, and she like happens to look over, and she notices a fucking cougar staring at them.
Frightening.
Yeah. So she keeps going down the trail. Notices that the fucking cougar starts following him.
Yeah, that's not a good situation to be in.
Yeah. So she freaks out. She's like starts yelling at it, screaming, "Get the fuck away! Fuck off!" Nothing's working. What does she do?
Does she put on a Metallica record?
She takes her fucking phone out.
Fucking no way.
And plays "Don't Tread on Me" by Metallica.
Oh.
And guess what happened?
The cougar ran.
Fucking ran off.
Dude.
Yep. And
fuck.
That's not even where the story ends.
Okay, keep going.
So after this made like big news, like it was on all the news sites, James Hetfield himself called her to talk to her so that like she could thank him and like talk to him and stuff.
Oh my god.
It's fucking insane. Metallica will ward off any cougar problems that anybody has.
Okay, we talk about Metallica a lot.
We sure do.
Yeah, but that's because, you know, they're
always doing something.
They're still like the biggest fucking metal band on the planet. So yeah, they're always in the news, they're always doing shit. But yo, I don't think I've ever heard of more of a fucking power move than that.
Right?
Dude, a cougar is stalking you through the woods, which I grew up in small town. I believe with cougars, it's kind of like bears. You're supposed to make yourself seem as tall as possible.
Yeah.
And intimidate them, and not, you know, no sudden movements, but make yourself tall. So if there's two of you, like, get on each other's shoulders.
Yeah.
So you look big.
Intimidation.
Yeah, like shit like that. I could be really fucking wrong about that. If I am wrong, tweet at us at BOTB Show.
Ooh, correct us.
But yeah, so like, but dude, just the fact that like through a fucking cell phone speaker,
an iPhone speaker, you put on Metallica and this cougar's like, shit, I gotta go away. Dude, if someone ever was like, yeah, I put on a Dead Crown song and it you know, there was coyotes and wolves stalking me and it scared them away, I'd be like, yo, dude,
fuck yeah. It's because we're the fucking shit and they should be fucking scared. You know, like that's such a fucking power move, dude.
You know you've made it when you're scaring animals with your music.
Dude, yeah.
And like predator animals, like big scary motherfuckers.
Yeah, dude. That's fucking sick. That's pretty dope.
God, yeah. So shout out to Metallica and that lady.
Dude,
badass.
Hell yeah.
All right, so is it okay? Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Rammstein or Rammstein?
I think it's Rammstein.
Rammstein?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go with that.
Okay.
If it's wrong, once again, give us a tweet, slide into the DMs, correct us. They played a show in Russia recently.
Russia.
And so back in 2013, Putin passed a gay propaganda law, which basically it's meant to protect children from being exposed to homosexuality as a normal lifestyle.
Okay.
So I don't know how much you know about Rammstein, but they when they play shows, they'll do crazy shit.
Oh yeah, and I hear about them on the Jossa show and stuff. Jossa will talk about when his days with Rammstein and how they had backstage parties.
Yeah.
Their own private tent kind of parties.
Oh fuck.
And if you ever got invited to one of those, you'd go in and it's your life's changed forever. Rammstein, they fuck.
Yep.
That's all I can say.
Fuck.
They fuck on another level, yeah.
So what they did is they were playing this show in Russia, and they wanted to protest this anti-LGBT law.
Yeah.
So their two guitar players kissed on stage.
Damn.
Mid-song.
Did Putin fucking get pissed about that?
Well, that's the thing about this law is you can be punished with a fine if you're a citizen, but if you're a foreigner, you can be straight up arrested for 15 days before being deported.
Mm-hmm.
And as of now, nothing has happened to him.
Well, that's fucking good. Because fuck that law.
Yeah. Which
it's fucking stupid law.
I don't know if you remember, they got banned from America because the fucking vocalist jerked off on stage. Straight up whipped his dick out and just started beating it.
That sounds like Rammstein. I mean, I remember they put a music video out on Pornhub, and it was the whole band having sex with people. And,
yeah.
And then the whole end was just all their cum shots. Yeah. Low key, I was like, "This is sick."
Dude,
but
you had to go on some fucking weird website that you normally wouldn't be able to access, in America, to find that shit because it was banned everywhere. I remember that.
Dude, fucking only Rammstein would do that shit though.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking crazy. But no, that's cool. I'm glad that they went to another country where something like that exists, and it's fuck that. We're gonna do this because we're fucking Rammstein. Right. And they just fucking fuck yeah. I would do this. I would do some shit like that. But if Dead Crown was in Russia and did that, we would get fucking arrested. We'd probably get
probably. I mean,
because we're not fucking Rammstein.
Yeah, they are kind of on a
they're on another level.
But still, I thought that was pretty badass.
No, that's super badass. But it also just goes to show you, America, we got our problems, we got our shit. As someone who's been to another country, experienced other culture and how other people live, and then even hearing about stuff like this, it's every country's got their problems, but just thank God there's no laws in place here, and hopefully there never will be, where if you're gay, you can't be gay.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You can't act, you can't do that stuff.
Yeah, you're telling people they can't live how they want to live. Fuck that shit.
Exactly.
Fuck.
So hell yeah to America for that. If you're gay, be fucking gay. Love whoever the fuck you want. We don't give a fuck.
We love everyone.
We love everyone. Do you. Just do you.
Everyone's fine just the way you are. You're perfect. Don't ever fucking change.
Exactly, man. Just do you. And if that ever changes, Rammstein will come tour over here and they'll fucking kiss each other on stage and fucking help you fight the good fight.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I noticed a couple seconds ago you just said you said thank God.
Oh, fuck.
That brings me to my next thing.
All right. Well, is it time to go to church?
Kind of. We'll call it, actually, it's called Sunday service.
Okay.
Are you into worship songs?
Well, I grew up in churches, so I'm familiar with a lot of worship songs.
All right. You like Nirvana. I know this about you.
I fucking love Nirvana.
Yeah. And you like Kanye West?
Yeah, love Kanye West.
Well, you might not here in a second. Kanye West, he's got this thing called Sunday service.
Was that at Coachella? No, it's his clothing line. It's a new clothing. I remember hearing about this a little bit.
Dude,
anyways, keep going.
It's a thing he has.
Yeah.
He does it at multiple different places. People like DMX, Tyler the Creator, and Kid Cudi have all attended it at one point.
Oh my God.
It's a spiritual gathering. And basically, like, attendees get flown in for this shit. It's like some event or something that he fucking throws on. But he recently did a cover song of Come As You Are by Nirvana.
Oh, no.
But he changed some of the lyrics to have a more religious base.
No.
You're at a loss for words?
No.
Yeah.
No.
There's a video.
Dude, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Well,
I don't give a fuck who you are. You can be Kanye West. That's cool and all. But just because you're Kanye West doesn't mean you can go and fuck up a Nirvana song. and change it for your own fucking benefit. Especially a song called Come As You Are.
Yeah.
And make it fucking religious. Well, dude, also, like, dude, the small buttfuck town I grew up in, my first 2 shows I played were these Battle of the Bands out in Skamakawa, Washington. Guess who the judge was for those Battle of the Bands?
Who?
Chris Novoselic.
Oh, fuck off.
So I met Chris Novoselic, and he handed one of my bands that won the Battle of the Bands a $200 check.
Shut up.
Yeah, dude, because he's from Grays River, right out past Skamakawa. That's where he lives now. So I grew up with Chris Novoselic in my backyard, essentially, just roaming around town. You'd see him every once in a while, you know, just doing his fucking thing. So, and that was after I fell in love with Nirvana. So it was weird, and so that's why Nirvana has that extra place in my heart, because I've met Chris Novoselic. I've kind of hung out with him. I think, one of my fucking old first bands, I completely forgot about this, was actually on a radio show he used to host, and he interviewed one of my first bands ever.
What the fuck?
I forgot about it. Yeah.
Dude, why did I never know this about you?
Dude, because I forgot about it, dude. It was my first band I was ever in. I was 13 years old.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so no, if Kanye West is taking a fucking Nirvana song, changing it, fucking it up, that's a big old no from me, dog.
Yeah, I'm going to have to show you the video because you're going to hate it.
Oh my God, that's going to piss me off. If anyone else out there thinks that that's okay, no, don't. No, that's not okay. No matter who the fuck you are. Yeah. I'm surprised Kanye had the fucking gall to do that.
I'm surprised that, like, it kind of flew under the radar. Because
I haven't heard about that.
Yeah. Like, I get most of the stuff that we talk about on Taking Shots, I get off of Loudwire.
Yeah.
Or like different music websites or whatever. I'll kind of glance through stuff. And that was the first time that I saw that. And I was like, I have never heard of this like Sunday worship thing that Kanye West is doing.
I heard about it because he did it at Coachella, and he was selling Sunday worship merch for like ridiculously expensive prices. So that's the other thing. He sells merch for it. And Kanye West merch, if you don't know about Kanye West merch, it's not like Yeezys where you're getting 6 shoes. He literally prints simple shit on Gildan t-shirts and sells them for like $60 to $70.
Fuck off.
So, every band, every person out there who buys a Gildan shirt from a band and you're like, oh, it's too much money, $20 is too much. Fuck off. Go to a Kanye West show. You'll pay fucking triple that. But no, my big thing with that is like, I would love to see and hear what Chris Novoselic and Dave Grohl have to say about that.
Yeah.
Because that's a huge legacy. Not just the legacy of the band. Nirvana started the fucking grunge movement. They made that mainstream.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're not just fucking with the song, you're fucking with history, dog. And you're fucking it up.
Oh man, you feel some type of way.
Oh dude, yeah, don't fuck with Nirvana. Don't fuck with Nirvana.
Well, yeah, I would agree with you there.
Yeah.
God damn.
What's fucking next before I just keep going and losing my fucking shit?
Fair enough. We'll move on. So normally I'd only do 3. That's usually about all the shots we can get in before we're tapped.
Yeah.
But this time I got an extra one for you.
All right.
And it's a little bit lighter. You like Aliens?
I fucking love Aliens, dog.
You like Blink-182?
Fuck yeah. Dude, who doesn't like Blink-182?
Fair enough.
Enema of the State, Take Your Pants Off and Jacket, probably 2 of the most like important albums in my younger life that like really made me fall in love with music.
Fair enough. So you know Tom DeLonge?
Fuck yeah, I do.
You know how he quit Blink-182 because he wanted to start the UFO Research Academy thing that he's got?
Yeah, and he's actually on a show on History Channel.
Wait, what? He is?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
With oh man, I'm gonna fuck this up. So don't take this with a grain of salt. But it's on History Channel. I think the first season should be done airing now. I'm waiting for it to come on like a streaming platform for me to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's essentially kind of like a new Ancient Aliens, but not as crazy as Ancient Aliens. And it's with a former, I think he's a former government contractor who worked on a base and has recently, either a government contractor or a government official. He's been all over the news recently for UFO. It's Tom DeLonge, that guy, and another guy.
Oh shit!
And they're just going through UFO shit and just breaking the fucking system.
Oh my god!
And it's on History Channel.
All right.
But yeah.
Well, so what they have, the UFO Academy that Tom DeLonge has, that he started.
Yeah.
They have posted an Instagram picture of this thing. It looks like a piece of metal, but what they're claiming is it is a material that is unknown to the planet Earth. And it is apparently something that has been documented in our possession since 1990, but only just recently do we now have the manufacturing technology required to create it.
Yeah, I believe that 100%. Because it's just like, have you seen the Bob Lazar shit?
No.
Oh, dude, you're fucking living under a rock. You need to go watch that shit.
Well, all right, fair enough. Yeah, you got me there.
Yeah,
fucker.
but Bob Lazar, so he was a guy that used to work at Area 51. Well, not even Area 51, it was S4, a sector of Area 51. And he broke a story in the 80s on a news station in Nevada with a investigator. And he forced Bob Lazar to basically like break the story. But yeah, there's that they actually talk about it. They had a wrestling match over the tape and whether or not it would air. And but it ended up airing, and yeah, Bob Lazar, he tells a story. He was only there for about 6 months, but he talks about things he worked on, and basically, go do the research for yourself. There's a whole documentary on it on Netflix called Bob Lazar and Aliens in Area 51 or some shit like that. And then he also was on Joe Rogan recently.
Oh shit!
And he has a whole interview on Joe Rogan. He talks about all this shit. But basically, like, one of the big things in that thing was this element and that's why Bob Lazar's story is so significant. It broke in the 80s, but it's resurfacing now because all the shit that Bob Lazar said in the 80s wasn't proven, and now modern science has caught up to the things he said, and it's proven fact.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's like this element, I think it's called element 51 or element, I'm drawing a blank, but it's element something. And it's what they used in this antimatter propulsion system that he was reportedly back engineering.
Back in the 80s?
Yeah, back in the 80s. And he was like, yeah, this is like this element, and he has this I can't remember what it's called. Sorry, if I had it in front of me, I would know it all.
God,
because there's so much information.
Yeah.
But basically, he has this test where it shows proof of it from way back in the 80s, and then they're like, no, that's not real. And then I think in like between 2010 and 2016, it was actually put on our element table that element is real and it exists, but we only have it in one form. So there's different electrons and like neutrons that make up different compounds for elements. So we have found it in one form, but the form that it's in, that Bob had it in, is a different, like, stabilized form of it. But it's proven that it's real.
Oh, Jesus
With
Christ.
the alien shit. So yeah, I probably fucked a lot of that up, but just go watch his shit. Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar.
It's fucking fascinating, though.
Yeah. I don't know how you, I mean, I kind of know how you feel about it, but I had one alien experience, or, well, not alien, I'll say, I feel like I had one UFO experience.
Yeah.
And even before that, I always believed that, like, there's no way we can be the only.
Oh, dude, I've been balls deep in the alien shit since I was like 16.
Yeah, but when we had our UFO thing happen, after that, there is no one on this fucking planet that can convince me that we are alone in the universe. I honestly, like, you're dumb if you think otherwise.
Well, yeah, and with this Tom DeLonge shit, the dude that's on that show with him on the History Channel, he has a really weird fucking name, so I can't remember it, but he was a guy, like, when he came out and he started talking all this shit, he was on a ton of news. Oh, dude, yeah, he was a military official of some kind, and he has basically like a ton of record and a ton of evidence and a ton of firsthand witness to unidentified phenomenon being tracked and recorded in UFO airspace and not UFO but military airspace. Oh, so like he saw it on radar. He has pilots so he came forward and he told it all. But the difference between him and all the other people in the past that have done it, he went on news sources and they didn't treat him like a joke.
Oh,
they didn't make a mockery out of it. They're like, oh, aliens are going to come get us. They were just like, yeah, so what do you know about this? And so news is actually starting to cover and document UFO phenomena in a way that is, it's not being made a joke out of anymore, which it was for a long time.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, we've only discovered, 13% of the fucking ocean?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay, you can't sit there and be like, we're the only life on the planet, because there's still life on the planet that we haven't even fucking discovered yet. How are we going to find out what else is out there?
Dude, yeah, for real. And last thought on that, what I'll say to that, the thing that got me was, one of the first documented civilizations that we have on record, they didn't believe in God and Christianity and all that shit. They believed in, I believe, either they were called the Anunnaki or their sky gods were called the Anunnaki. But basically, it was the first documented civilization, and they knew that their gods placed them on Earth from the stars, and they were sent there to mine gold.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
So how did we go from like our civilizations being like, oh yeah, we were put here by our sky gods, the people that came from these stars, came from Sirius, came from actual pinpoint locations in space where you can see it and document it. It's like, how the fuck do they know that was a thing?
Yeah.
To oh God, Christianity, all this religion. That's what doesn't make sense to me. It's like, that's a pretty big fucking jump.
Yeah.
How are you gonna go from just believing in that to believing in this?
Dude, yeah. I don't know about you, man, but I think it's just something that, unfortunately, we're never going to know the answer to in our lifetime.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to do some other UFO podcasts about this shit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But I think it's time to get into this interview with Cody from the Browning. Speaking of aliens, they're kind of a fucking like alien metalcore band.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Have you seen their cover albums?
Oh, dude, yeah. They're fucking crazy as shit.
Fuck yeah.
All right, well, without further ado, we got Cody, the drummer of the Browning, songwriter, producer, all that shit.
I'm ready.
Coming up right now. Yo, Cody, what's going on, man?
Yo, not a lot, man. Just living life.
Hell yeah. You're down in Los Angeles, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm just north of Hollywood.
Damn, are you originally from Los Angeles?
No, I'm actually from Nashville.
Oh, damn. So what made you want to move to LA?
Oh my God. I mean, my girlfriend,
Yeah.
my girlfriend kind of like, I mean, she's from here and everything. She was raised here and all that. So like, at first I like had her come down to Nashville and she was loving that. And then it got old. So we came out here and she's from here. So she just thrives out here. She feels like she's more at home. So, whatever, that's fine with me.
Yeah. And I'm sure, in like Nashville's like, that's like a music hub too. So is it, you being in LA, is that actually better for what you do?
Dude, 100%.
Hell yeah.
Like 100%. Just 2 days ago, I had a crazy ass job just like fall in my lap. I mean, it was from someone that I knew. It wasn't just like completely out of the blue, but it was just like by far the biggest band I've ever worked with. Just because I like happened to be in the area and I like knew a person that I met somewhere. Like it's insane.
Well, hell yeah. Well, speaking of all that, that's a perfect chance to just jump right in. So a lot of people know you from your band, The Browning. You're the drummer in that band, but after talking with you and catching up a little bit, you're also a songwriter, producer, and all this shit. You're
Right.
You're heavily involved in the music industry and the music making process. So I guess,
man, I try to be.
Yeah. So I guess, how did this all start? Because some people would look at what you do and say like, oh man, that's kind of like the dream. I would love to do that. So where did your journey start? Not only with you becoming the drummer of the Browning and, you know, playing fucking sick shows all the time, but also on the songwriting end and how you got into that avenue.
To be honest, I mean, I kind of owe it all to my dad, I think. Just growing up and like I would visit him like every other weekend, and he would have like, you know, he had Reaper and like a little interface and shit like set up back when I was like 12, 13, 14 probably.
Hell yeah, your dad was on the metalcore game before anyone else was.
Right. I mean, yeah, he was like tracking his ideas and shit. He had like little drum machines and shit, and I was like, you know, that's sick, because like there was like fucking metal, you know, drum samples on the drum machines and shit, and like he had Pod Farm, like, you know, the first Pod Farm ever.
Legendary.
Oh yeah, dude. And so like I figured out how to, you know, do like distorted guitar tones and everything. So like I was making my own like little, you know, breakdown session things at like, you know, 12 and 13, just being stupid, not knowing what I'm doing. And fast forward to like 2014, I was in the band that I'm in now, and I kind of just needed to like pay bills at the time. Like
Yeah.
I was making no money other than the Browning, and I was just like, dude, I need to fucking make some grips. So yeah. So like I kind of just started hitting up people and just trying to charge people like $20 a song to mix it and shit. I mean, I would get people like here and there, and like it kind of started snowballing and stuff, and like through word of mouth and just networking and people that I met on tour and just everything. Like you would think a lot of it would come from like my band, you know, just like, oh, he's in a big band or whatever. Like, you know, people will consider it a big band. I don't think I'm in a big band, but
you're bigger
you
than
know,
most.
and I mean, we fucking try. All right. But, no, it's just like, you know, I, you know, just wanted to, I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but yeah.
You're all good. So what about like the music side? Like, you know, because you're a drummer, metalcore isn't just a thing I feel like a lot of us just fall into and start playing, you know, because there's so many other avenues in life that you can go down that would probably be way better than being in a fucking metalcore band. So
right,
I guess like how did you get into the band side of things? Were you just, you know, did you just hear a fucking record one day and start painting your nails black and wearing skinny jeans like the rest of us, or, you know?
It was like kind of a gradual thing. Like I was introduced to Slipknot around like probably age 10 or 11.
Hell yeah.
And that was like my first like real fucking, you know, heavy stuff. Like before then I listened to like, you know, Metallica and, you know, just classic shit like that. And nothing crazy and extreme. And yeah, like Slipknot came, and then like the Headbangers Ball CDs came out at some point around then, and I got into all kinds of shit after that, like As I Lay Dying, Lamb of God, like all these bands.
Yeah, the classics, the good
and,
ones. Yeah,
and like As I Lay Dying was probably like my gateway metalcore band. It was like them, Bleeding Through. I remember I was into the skate scene, so like everything that Bam Margera listened to as well, like all of that shit, you know, 69 Eyes, him, CKY, a little bit of everything. And then just kind of like it came to a point in like 2007, I think. A lot of my friends at the time, I lived in Kentucky, and some friends of mine, we all went to school together, and we were like, fuck, dude, like we want to be in a band. And like we all went to a show. Our first show ever was I guess they're now Emarosa, but back in the day,
really?
they used to be, back in the day, they used to be called Corsets or Cages. And I saw them play like a little Subway cafe to like fucking, you know, 30 kids.
Wait, like Subway cafe, like the actual like chain restaurant Subway?
It was like for like a college cafe food area thing. So like there was like a little stage in the corner with like mics and everything. It was meant for like, you know, like a coffee shop open mic karaoke thing, but
there was a Subway there.
I don't know how. Yeah, there was a Subway there. Yeah.
So before what the fuck is up Denny's, there was what the fuck is up Subway.
Pretty much, yeah. Like
that's awesome. Dude.
Yeah, it was. I don't even know how we got away with it, but yeah, like our little community at the time. You know, we always just threw shows there. Like I saw fucking Between the Buried and Me there.
Dude, that's crazy.
And in like 2005 or 6, like fucking a bunch of dudes that are still in the scene now, like fucking Blake Hartman from Counterparts and shit. I saw one of his old local bands, Stop Sweetwater County, him, fucking his band. Trying to think of who else I saw way back in the day that's still doing stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know, but like, yeah, just everybody back then. It was just so inspirational. Like, all we wanted to do was play music, you know?
Yeah, dude, and
so,
like going back to that time, it was kind of the same where I was at too. There was just weird little fucking hole in the wall places that like those bands would come and stop at, and it's like that's just I feel like we don't have that anymore these days.
Yeah,
and it's weird, but yeah, I remember being super inspired all the time just at these little weird ass places seeing these bands rip. But anyway, so you and a bunch of friends, you went to this show, and then you guys just started a band, and what happened?
Pretty much. I mean, like, yeah, we started this little band, and we tried to take it as far as we could, you know, as like, you know, 15, 16-year-old kids, or at least I was like 15 or 16. I think everybody else was like 18 or 19 or 20 maybe, but I don't know. I mean, we took it to like a regional level. I mean, we were just like a shitty fucking, you know, metalcore wannabe, whoever the biggest band, probably Attack, I think was like the biggest metalcore band.
Hey, we've all been there, baby. We've all been there.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. We just did that, and then we went separate ways, and like we actually formed a couple other different bands, and you know, tried some different kind of shit, and yeah, I don't know. And then just joined a bunch of different bands, and here I am.
Well, fuck yeah. So then, I guess, how was it getting into the Browning? Because if I'm not mistaken, you're not the original drummer of the band, right?
No, I'm not. Back in 2010, I was in a band called Serpents. It's like a deathcore blast beat symphonic kind of thing.
Fuck yeah.
And we toured with Wretched and the Browning. And, you know, I met the Browning on that tour, and we kind of became buddies and everything. And, you know, we were all just chilling, you know, the whole tour. And I really liked those guys, and, you know, we gelled together. Like, I hung out with them more than I hung out with my band at the time. And at the very end of the tour, like, we were all kind of like, you know, saying goodbyes or whatever. Like, Johnny walks up, the vocalist walks up, and he's like, in a year, I'm going to hit you up to play drums. And I was just, you know, like, haha, you know, see you soon or whatever, you know, like the typical tour goodbyes and shit. And, but dude, literally, I swear to God, a year on the dot later, dude, a year later on the dot, he fucking hit me up. He was like, yo,
crazy.
Yeah. He was like, yo, we kicked out our drummer. Will you play drums for us? And at first I said no. Like, I think I waited like a week or two. But yeah, at first I said no, and I was like, I didn't, because I just got stable like in Nashville. Like, I started a band called Human Condition with a bunch of my friends, and we were fucking, you know, trying to make that work. And I just got that started, you know, so it was just like a really hard time to kind of like, you know, weigh out my options. But
and eventually, the rest is history, as they would say. Right?
Yeah. Eventually, I said yes, and we like arranged for me to meet him halfway in like St. Louis, and him and our bass player at the time came and met me in St. Louis, and then I moved to Kansas City and joined the Browning then.
Well, hell yeah, and you know, and the Browning's taken you a lot of places. Recently, you guys just went to was it China?
Yeah, it was China. Yeah, that shit was insane, dude. Yeah, it's so fucking crazy.
And that's weird. I want to ask you about that because like you hear of bands going to like Japan and shit, you know, even like Indonesia, like countries like that, but I've never heard of a fucking band going to China. And I've heard China's a very strange place.
It's I can't
tell
even
me about that journey, dog.
We were literally like on the tour, we were like, we're not going to be able to explain this ever, like in interviews or anything like this, like ever. Yeah. But I mean, dude, for starters, like, it was amazing, you know, don't get me wrong. It was fucking amazing. The food was amazing, everything. But that was like the most I'd ever sweat in my entire life. Dude, so like, it was like 98 or 100 every single day. And the humidity was like 70, 80%.
Oh, bro, same thing when I was in Indonesia. It was, it never dropped below 98 degrees, even at nighttime. And humidity
even at night.
Humidity was always 98%.
Oh yeah, dude. It was exactly like if you weren't standing in front of an AC, you were sweating.
Dude, yeah, like, and the thing that we were doing was an outdoor festival, so we only had AC at our hotel room. So, dude, we would step out of the hotel instantly
drenched,
instantly wet, because it's just like the air is so thick there, because there's just so much fucking. It's terrible. And then at the festival, I see fucking kids walking around in fucking hoodies, and I'm like, you guys are fucking crazy, dude. But yeah, dude, I've been in that weather. That shit sucks, man.
It's insane. I don't get it.
I don't know how people live like that.
Dude, we were like in fucking shorts and t-shirts, like, struggling to walk up the street, and there are people like driving by on scooters with fucking like puffy ass coats on and shit. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Dude, yeah, I think someone in our crew, they were wearing jeans one day, and then they were like, fuck this, and they got just like a box cutter and just ripped the legs off their jeans to make shorts.
Yeah. Dude, I made the mistake of wearing pants to the fucking Great Wall of China.
Oh shit!
Like, not like denim pants, but like track pants, like Fear of God track pants or whatever, and they were just not breathable at all. Ooh. And oh my god, dude, I was sweating so much.
Dude, that's so rough. But besides that, how was the culture over there, and how were the shows and stuff?
Absolutely, the culture is absolutely beautiful. I love everything about that place. The shows, like, honestly, were surprising even to us, but like the venues were like on fucking point. The sound guys, there wasn't a single bad sound guy.
That's sick.
Oh yeah, like it was way insane. Like, we did not expect it at all, and the turnouts were actually really surprising too. Like the promoters were like, like we had architects and Parkway Drive here before, and they only drew like 100 kids, and we were drawing like 200-300 kids a night.
Fuck, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, we were like, dude, we came into that expecting like 20-30 kids maybe, because like I don't even know how long of a advance, like kind of a gap we had until it started. I think it was like a couple weeks, but yeah, dude, it was just.
Well, that's fucking awesome, man, and I'm glad you guys are doing that shit. But real quick, I'm gonna kind of jump around in this interview, if that's cool. So, we were texting the other night, and you mentioned you're heavily involved in songwriting and producing and stuff like that. So,
right.
What are some bands you've written for and you write for, and what's something like you're the most proud of in that sense? Something that's not the Browning. Like, if you had to tell someone to like listen to something you wrote or produced or something like that, what would be like the number 1 and 2 things?
Got you. Honestly, I don't know, because I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I've written that hasn't come out yet. Has yet to come out, but I don't know. I mean, a lot of my bigger stuff, the 2 Falling in a Verse songs were insane. I did, I guess, like a beat and post-production for Losing My Mind.
Hell yeah.
Like, Ronnie just kind of, I think he like hit me up on Twitter. I don't know. Cause like, growing up and stuff, like, dude, Escape to Fate was like one of my favorite fucking male singing bands in general. Like, his voice is great. And, I don't know. Like, I think like one of my friends was like tweeting something, and he responded to it and was like, yo, your band's amazing. And he was like, oh shit. And I was like, I tweeted at my friend, and I was like, yo, that's sick. Ronnie's the dude. And Ronnie like followed me, I think, and DM'd me and was like, hey, I need a beat. And I was like, oh shit, okay. Cause like, I thought he was like starting like his, like
a
his
rap project or something.
Like a solo rap project thing, And so I was like, oh shit. I mean, so I did the beat. Like, he sent me a song, that it was for, and I had no idea what it was for. And I just made the fucking beat, and I ended up doing like a bunch of post-production, like 808s and little stupid rap hi-hats and shit everywhere, and just a whole bunch of swooshes and, whatever makes it cool sounding.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I sent it to him. He absolutely loved it, and I was blown away by that. Honestly, I didn't think he was going to like it.
Dude, and that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. And then right after that, he was like, if you can write one like this, fucking go for it. I'll check it out. And I was like, hey, I will fucking do that. And so, I just wrote a whole fucking song myself, and that ended up being Losing My Life. And it was super sick, because like they like used the whole thing and then like extended on it. So like I was just blown away. Like they even kept some of my drum fills and like everything in there. It was just insane. Cause like it was
Losing My Life. That was a single, right? That one had like the big music video for it and everything.
Yeah, both of them did. Well, there's 3 songs that are. It's like the Trinity, pretty much. There's 3 songs. There's 3 videos. I'm pretty sure. And,
yeah. So you're not.
They all play into each other.
Yeah, you're not writing the filler tracks. You're writing the fucking singles.
Yeah,
which is a huge testament to your work.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know how it happened, to be honest. Like,
dude,
it was shooting in the dark, to be honest.
Yeah, sometimes that's just how good shit happens. Just, you know, you're presented with something and it's like, all right, it's make or break. I do or don't, and it sounds like you fucking did, my dude.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I just, you know, wanted to shoot my shot, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, fuck yeah. So as someone who, like, writes songs and is, you know, so heavily involved in this and that process, there's a lot of advice out there that we talk about with people on this show about, you know, like touring and stuff like that. I know you could touch on that, but you're actually a songwriter. So what is advice you can give to people who write for their band or are aspiring songwriters as, you know, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, what advice can you give to people who actually want to write songs and songwriting advice?
Try not to set your sights too low. Like I see like a lot of, you know, local bands or whatever, and it seems like, you know, they just want to be the best local band, or they want to write music like whoever the best local band is there, you know? Yeah. And people don't really...
They're competing in a pond instead of like, you know, trying to make it to the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. Like you could shoot so much farther. Like you could literally shoot for the stars, but you know, you're just kind of like shooting for whatever is like within arm's reach. So like, I try to think, you know, in that kind of aspect whenever I'm writing stuff. It's just like, it's got to be epic, and it's got to like make your, you know, hair on your arm stand up and shit. Like,
yeah, hell yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of like something else I could say. It's just, there's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, is there like certain? I guess I've heard this all over. You know, formulas. Not necessarily to like a magic formula that's like, oh, here's the formula, make a good song. But is there any like things that you follow that like you have to structure it this way or do anything like that?
So it's funny you say that, because I just came across a video yesterday about a dude talking just about how there is like, you know, song formulas, and mainly for pop, I guess for rock too and stuff, but I haven't used those yet, but I want to check it out. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It's every part has to make sense, I guess.
Exactly. Okay, I actually can. Yeah, I agree with that, because
so
you can tell, you can hear in a song when you can tell when like a band just did something just to do it.
Yeah,
and it's like instead you can hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it takes a while to develop like your ability to create a vibe versus just a riff. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Because like, you know, you can chug and fucking do whatever all you want, but like if there's no vibe and the next part doesn't make sense even more, like it's going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, you could like you can paint all the strokes, but if it's not making the bigger picture, then it's just paint strokes at the end of the day.
Yeah, like it's got to invoke, you know, emotion. You know, it's got to have dynamics, like up and down. You know, fucking energy.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I don't know, and a lot of things kind of go wrong because people try to force it a lot. Like people will sit at a desk for 8 hours straight and try to force themselves to write a song, and all you're doing is like making it harder for you and like making it less fun for you, pretty much. Like you're forcing yourself to.
Yeah. And so, little side note on that. Do you think any of that has to do with pressure from you know, higher ups, record labels? You know,
it can, yeah, definitely.
You know, not giving proper time and budgets to bands to actually sit down and make something, rather than just like, all right, you got X amount of months, give us a fucking full length.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of, like, to be honest, a lot of metal bands and stuff like that, none of them are really like trained in songwriting or anything. I mean, neither am I, but
yeah,
you know, like a lot of us are just kind of shooting in the dark for the most part. I feel like, and it's just like whatever sounds cool, whatever sounds cool. But like, I don't know. I'm sorry. What was the question again? One more time.
I was just saying. We were talking about how there's kind of just the pressure from record labels and higher ups, and how that can affect the songwriting process and stuff.
Definitely. Yeah. And like with writer's block and everything, it's like if you practice enough and you learn a workflow and you learn how songs are supposed to flow and feel, writer's block happens way less. Yeah, I've come to find out, and especially like a lot of people, especially in metal, are like scared to write shit differently than what other people are playing.
Yeah, no, I feel that too.
And that's why like so much metalcore and metal in general is just like so stale and repetitive, and because like you can only make hyped up drums and distorted guitars sound cool in so many ways until it's just like this all sounds the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Hell yeah. But so now this is what I'm talking about with the bouncing around. So back to the Browning.
Okay.
You a while back you guys were in Europe and you had your van was broken into, a bunch of shit was stolen.
Oh yeah, dude.
And you guys ended up having to cancel because all your musical stuff was stolen.
Yeah.
And okay, that made me sound like a fucking idiot. Musical stuff, primarily your backtracks. I'm in a band too where we rely heavily on our tracks. We backtrack our second rig through our MacBook and interface and all that stuff. So it's like if that shit just went missing, it's not as easy as just plug in and play, and the set's gonna be fine. So I guess just like, man, how was that? First of all, like just going through something like that must have been really shitty for you guys. And then B, I guess explain why it's not just so simple this day and age to just plug in a guitar into an amp and fucking let's go, brother, and play,
Yeah, like going through the whole like thing with Italy and all that was just a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like I had fucking like PTSD from it, and like my hair started falling out. Like I was so stressed because like they stole 2 of my vocalist laptops. Like one of them was a gaming laptop. One of them had like every Browning idea and original song ever written on it, and our tracks. Yeah, and all the sessions with our tracks and like all of our original mastered stems, like from all of our other producers that have done records before me and everything. And so like we could not perform at all. And then they stole my laptop with all of my sessions, all of my work for everybody I've ever done.
Fuck.
My girlfriend's last record, Falsifier, I remember they got affected. A couple boys from home that I know got affected. Like it was a nightmare. And yeah, like we just had to cancel and just fly straight home the next day from London. Like we were in Milan, Italy, and had to drive straight all the way to the freaking ferry, across the freaking thing, back to the UK to London, and then fly home the next day. And it was just
damn. So
I don't know
what, because I know both you and Johnny are very, like you said, you guys had sessions for basically like your life's work on these things. How did you even recover? How did you go about recovering?
I struggled. Over? I mean, I had to. Because like I had no backups. I had no fucking, because I had my hard drives and shit with me.
Yeah.
And so, that was all my backups, and I brought that shit with me because we needed to make new backing tracks. And I had copies of all of our, mastered stems and everything on one of my hard drives, and that got stolen. So
fuck.
It was like
so the backups were stolen as well.
Yeah.
So it's just like you're just fucked.
Yeah, the originals and the backups. 3 laptops. They could have stolen a bag of like, it was like 9,000 euro or something. I think we had in Johnny's bunk, and they just left it perfectly there. But they like ransacked my bunk and the bunk above mine.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. Like it was crazy. They didn't take my passport though.
Wow. Well, that's good. But besides that, I guess another thing was there new stuff that the Browning was writing that was on one of those laptops?
I don't think so.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because that would have been a nightmare. That's like every band's fear. Like, oh, we're starting to work on a new record, and then boom, it's just gone. You're like, fuck. Now I just have to like hope and remember how to do all this and what I did.
Yeah. So ever since then, I've gotten like cloud backup service stuff. Like I pay for Crash Plan, and that's kind of saved my ass a couple times already.
Hell yeah.
So anyone out there doing producing or whatever, always have some kind of cloud backup service.
Pay that fucking $4.99 a month for Google Drive that gives you like a terabyte of data or whatever the fuck. Yeah. Yeah,
well, like this thing will Crash Plan will make literally like a carbon copy of everything in your computer.
Oh damn.
And it'll like update it as
you go.
Yeah, as you go, like as you're using it and everything.
Damn, that's sick. How much does that cost?
I want to say it's $10 a month.
Dude, that's easy.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's so worth it.
Yeah, that's an investment. Bands, you back up your shit, get on that. But
exactly.
Yeah, was there anything else in that process that I guess you just want to convey to people listening? How to not get broken into, or anything like that.
I mean, just common sense. If anything, I mean, we kind of got set up in a way because we got told to park there by like the mall staff, and we kind of think that the mall staff.
So I was just gonna. So the mall staff was in on it. You guys think?
Yeah, we think the mall staff and the people that actually robbed us and the police were in on it.
Wow.
Because the police knew exactly who did it, and they knew where to find them, and they knew their names and everything. Like they pulled them up on a computer database and everything. And so like, we were all at the police station, in our fucking Sprinter with nothing. And so we're like, are you gonna, go after them, or like, what the fuck, if you know where they're at? And so like, they all get strapped up and they fucking leave, for like 45 minutes, and they come back with nothing. And they're like, the gypsy leader said no.
What? The gypsy leader?
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck is the gypsy leader, dog?
It was like a group of gypsies. I don't know. It was.
So the cops went there.
That's what the police were saying.
And we're like, hey, give us the shit back. And then basically a bunch of homeless people were like, no. And then they were like, okay, we tried.
Yeah, like I guess it's like organized crime out there. Like there was like multiple people. We saw like boot prints on our bumpers and everything, like from where they was climbing in and out of the back of our Sprinter. And
oh man.
Yeah, it was like an organized thing. And like it was all on tape and everything. Like security guards at the mall got it, and like we watched it, and it was like organized.
Fuck, that's crazy, man.
And there was a little ass kid walking around the mall that we were in, like while we were getting lunch, just like following us around. And so I think he was a spotter for them. Because he kept making eye contact with us and shit.
Dude, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks.
I don't know. Then the same exact thing happened to Miss May I like right after that.
Fuck, dude. Did you guys do like a GoFundMe or anything to get, because that's a lot of expensive shit, and you guys were able to get back home and buy new stuff? Yeah,
I think it was like 10,000 or 15,000 worth of like computers and shit that they stole.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we ran a GoFundMe, I think is what it was, one of those kind of things. And we ended up making like a lot more than what we were asking for, which was like, we didn't even think we were going to get like up to 1,000. Like we're like, yeah, fuck yeah. Like no one's going to fucking give us any money just because we got robbed in a different country. And it was like not even like 6 hours past the time we posted it, and we were like up to like $5,000 or something.
Damn.
And we were like, dude,
yeah.
It was insane. Yeah, we were like, oh shit, like.
Yeah, so everyone got home and everyone was able to. I mean, obviously you can't replace hard work that goes into making the stuff that you guys make. But
yeah.
Everyone was able to replace laptops, get new hard drives, get their gear back so that they can keep doing what they're doing, right?
Yeah, I straight bought a desktop. Like I just got a fucking hot
You're just
rod
like,
desktop.
fuck this isn't going on tour.
Yeah, no, I was like, I'm not bringing a laptop ever again on tour. And so yeah, I got like a hot rodded ass desktop.
Dude, well, fuck yeah. So also with the Browning, I know you're not we kind of talked about this a little bit earlier. I know you're not the original drummer. but there's no denying that you guys have like one of the most probably unique sounds in the metalcore genre, and you guys kind of started this your own sound and everything. So if you can, and I Johnny's kind of like the main primary song guy behind stuff, right? Or has that changed? Okay, so if I guess from your end, how did you guys go about creating the sound that is now the Browning? You know, because it's weird. You can't name another band that kind of sounds like you guys, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's like, you know, Johnny started the Browning as like a MySpace project. I don't even know when. It was a really long time ago. I know that. And it was like before or right around the time Icy Stars and shit was still like a MySpace project. Like,
yeah,
you know, there wasn't really anything out. And yeah, I don't know. He always wanted EDM with metal. He thought that was like a sick combo, and he did it. But like, as far as like influences and shit, I would say, you know, Rammstein probably being one of the biggest ones, like ever since the beginning.
Hell yeah.
Like as long as I've known Johnny, he's been like obsessed with Rammstein. I mean, I love them too. You know, they're sick. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know. It was just like, just out of the blue, really.
Yeah.
But like now, what we're doing now, I mean, we're kind of just, you know, getting in touch with our roots. Like I said, Rammstein, like fucking a lot of us in the band love fucking Rammstein and like Limp Bizkit and shit like that. Like we're trying to get a lot more industrial and like new metal and just trying to get away from metalcore. Cause like we don't want to be 30 years old playing breakdowns. You know what I mean?
You don't?
No, man. No.
Yeah. God damn.
Especially me and Johnny, like we write breakdowns for a living on top of this band. So it's like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, goddamn. Well, if that's being said, I mean, do you fuck with country music?
Old stuff a little bit.
You don't like any of the new country though?
No, not really the pop stuff. I mean, I was raised, I guess, on like the old classic, like Hank Williams and shit like that, like way back in the day. At my grandparents and stuff, and you know, they raised me up until I was like probably 4 or 5, and I don't know why, but my grandparents were like friends with a bunch of like country artists and shit back in the day.
That's sick.
Yeah, like Johnny Cash and his wife used to come over and have dinner and shit when I was like a little toddler, apparently. And,
wait, what? So you just low key would have dinner with Johnny Cash as a kid?
Well, yeah. I mean, it wasn't like a big deal back then.
Well,
like,
yeah,
you know,
but that's still like, now looking back at it, that's like, dude, that's kind of fucking legendary. That's sick.
Yeah, I mean now, yeah. There's a picture somewhere of like Johnny Cash holding me as a baby.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, it's insane, dude. My nanny, my grandma was like best friends with his wife June, and yeah, they like went shopping together, and she'd come over and they'd gossip in the living room and shit, and just, you know, I just thought, you know, it's like, you know, my nanny's friend June, like I just always knew June, you know, or Johnny, you know, so it was.
But dude, you gotta find that picture, man. You gotta hold on to that. That's sick.
Oh, 100%. It's my dad's basement, I think, somewhere. I don't know. I haven't seen that picture in so long. I couldn't even tell you, to be honest. But
well, dude, man, that's sick. Like that's so fucking random, but so tight. Like, goddamn.
Yeah. So like, I've got country like in my blood, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, and I brought this up because I like new country, and in my band we just finished writing our record, and like you said, you know, when you're playing breakdowns for so long, it's like, all right,
something else.
And I'm the vocalist too, so like when I'm writing, I'm listening to these songs like a million fucking times. So I was like, man, I just need to give my fucking brain a break, and then I just went on a huge country kick, and I still am. So I don't know why I brought that up, but I was like, I know there's fucking money in country, and I'm like,
oh yeah, 100%.
And now I'm making the joke with my band and stuff, like, yo, once we like get to a certain point, like, fuck y'all, I'm gonna go start
steel guitar.
I'm gonna start my own fucking country solo project. I'm gonna be called Kenny Dale, because my middle name's actually Dale, and I'm gonna be the bad boy of country.
Do it, dude. Do it,
Yeah.
and then let me mix your songs.
I need someone to write it, dude. That's the other
True.
thing about modern country. Like, I can't write my own songs. That's just not how country works.
Hey, man, I'll figure it out.
Dude, fuck yeah. But anyway, so like, I know, moving on a little bit, I know you and Johnny are both, very producer and tech savvy with stuff like that, and you guys both live in different parts of the country, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to the Browning and you guys writing a record or writing a full length, how do you guys, I imagine that's very untraditional compared to, most kids getting to a garage or everyone meeting in a studio and making a record. What's the writing process for you guys like?
It's just back and forth on the internet, to be honest. Like Johnny's like the primary writer and everything, and he'll like write up an idea, or sometimes I'll write an idea and send it to him or whatever. And he's always got the last say on everything. But we just shoot stuff back and forth and until we find shit that's sick. To be honest, I mean, I don't know. We just like to write slump riffs, to be honest.
Yeah, do you ever, during this process, do you ever wish it was different and you guys can just sit down and be like, I wish we could just share ideas in person and that would make things a lot easier? Or is your guys' system just fine-tuned and you got it down?
Yeah, I mean, every now and again we'll get like that where like we need to be in the same room, and so like one of us will just fly to the other person or something will happen and we'll meet up. And I mean, it's a little bit easier that way, but I mean, me and Johnny we work together as like a back and forth kind of thing. Not so much as like both of us going at the same time on the same song. Like, I don't know. It's kind of nice to pace it out.
Yeah. So like he'll just send you something and then you'll fuck around with it and be like, well, here's my ideas for that thing. And then he's like, okay. And then he'll.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, I like this, and this. Yeah, he's like, I like this, and this. Change this, do something here, whatever. And yeah. Okay. Pretty much, it's like a glorified client where, like, I have to do every single revision no matter what. So,
well, damn, that's awesome. That's cool that you guys are able to work like that. I know a lot of bands would probably really shit the bed if they have to make the record that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I definitely have adapted to, because like the pressure of writing your own band stuff and mixing it is just a whole other world of frustration and doubt. And so I don't know, after you do it 2-3 times in a row, you kind of get the hang of it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So recently I just saw you guys on your headliner with Betraying the Martyrs and Extortionist.
Yeah, man.
Mad shout to the boys at Extortionist, good friends of mine.
Oh yeah, man.
Also
the
R.I.P.
boys.
R.I.P. to them.
I know, Riff Extortionist, dude.
Dude, fucking for real. But when I saw you guys, I noticed. I was like, oh man, they have their own lighting setup. And to be honest, when I see bands kind of at the level that you guys are at, and in the clubs that you guys are at, I was like, man, this is gonna be bad. That's the first thing that went in my head. And then you guys played, and your light show absolutely fucking blew me away, dude. It was
Thank you.
It was the most professional, like that was a light show I would expect to see at like a 1,500 to 3,000 cap room. But
yeah, man, we try to keep it epic,
Yeah, and you guys brought it to a club, and it worked fucking awesome. It looked amazing. I was like, dude,
thank you.
I was like, damn, this is like your money's worth for your ticket right here. This is fucking sick. And
I feel like it made a difference too, because like people seemed a lot more into it this time around.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, even if like dude, yeah, I was just standing. Everyone was amazed, And then like when you have all that shit going on to like the fucking heavy ass shit that you guys play and stuff, it's just it created it wasn't just a show. Like you guys actually created a fucking atmosphere. And a vibe and a live presence, which is obviously the goal when you spend the money on production to do that stuff. So I guess, how did that come about, and was that easy? How'd you guys do it? Just, I want to know about this fucking light
the light setup
and how you guys fucking did it, because it was sick. And how much it cost and all that stuff.
I think it was about $5 or $6 grand, maybe a little more.
Did you guys rent or buy?
We bought it.
Fuck, that's sick.
Yeah, we bought it. Johnny set it up, programmed it, and everything. But yeah, it was a long a long time of just, God damn it, we need fucking lights. God damn it, we need fucking lights.
Yeah.
Like every tour, every single headline, we're like, fuck, we look like fucking scrubs. We need fucking lights. And so yeah, like we eventually started looking into it. We're like, fuck, man, this is like $5 or $6 grand. And we did a couple of big shows or big tours or whatever the fuck happened. And we got the money for it. And I don't know, we just fucking balled out. And Johnny like did a bunch of research and figured out everything and set it up in his house. And like he didn't even stream, or actually no, he was streaming his him setting up the fucking lights for like weeks.
Dude, that's sick.
And yeah, like it was a long process. But yeah, I think it paid off.
So
it makes us look cool.
Oh yeah, no, it looks fucking amazing. And the light purchases, you can tell he did his research, because when I saw it, I was like, they had to have like a pro set this up for him. But if Johnny did all that, he definitely did his research, and he did a fucking phenomenal job. And honestly, if bands need lights, he can probably make a career in that too, of getting bands set up with the right shit. But
100%.
But yeah, so did you guys just run tracks through interface and then use the MIDI outs on the interface to trigger the lights and everything?
Yeah, it's like we're running our tracks and our lights off of a Mac Mini or a laptop, pretty much, whichever, a PC, whatever.
Yeah.
And we just run that to we have our own DI boxes, our own trigger and everything. We run that to our own DIs and then straight to front of house.
Hell yeah. And then
we just...
Was the programming, were you able to talk to Johnny much at all? Was the programming... Was it something that took a while to figure out, or was it difficult the whole the whole part of the way, or was it something like once he figured it out, he was like, "Oh, I got this," and he was able to?
I think he figured it out. Yeah, I think he figured it out pretty quick. It was just like really tedious, like time-consuming work.
Yeah,
because it was like,
imagine
for every light you had to like automate the point to like. Bypass or unbypass the light to come on or do whatever color.
And all through like the piano roll on the DAW, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. So every note is a different thing. That's crazy.
Yeah. Every color is a different, MIDI note. Every function of the light's a different MIDI note. Like.
Yeah, and your guys' light show, it was very fast. So it was it wasn't basic, just like, oh, let's turn this light on for a minute. It was like constantly shit's changing. So that's crazy.
It went hard.
Dude, yeah, it went really hard. I was like, fuck, this is so tight. I was like, this is awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. So a lot of people want to make their living off of music. I'm pretty sure me and you have both heard that through our years of touring and being around people in this industry. The old... Man, if I could just make my living off music, that would be so fucking sick. But you mentioned that there was a time when, I think when we were texting, you mentioned that there was a time where Browning wasn't really making money. But it seems to be now that you guys are. And as far as the band side goes, because I know you do music full-time regardless, and I hope this isn't, too personal me asking about this, but how much money do you guys bring in? You don't have to give me the exact number, but does the Browning bring in a significant source of income to, give money to the members and to have you guys live and eat and all that shit? And
yeah.
How would you tell bands to get there? How does a band get to that point?
Man, it is. It's a lot of just grinding and just running, like doing your rounds. Like, dude, we were doing 250 shows a year for like 3 years whenever I first joined, and like we played so many of the same cities and shit, and like seeing them go from like 20, 30 kids whenever I first joined to like 200, 300, 400 kids or whatever we pull in the same kind of town. It's just like you know that you grinded for it. Like it's just a gratifying feeling, knowing that you were there for like a lot of the work. I mean, sure. I mean, the other members before me, they grinded probably the hardest because they had to get there. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, man, like a lot of it is like staying on top of promoters, like being friends with promoters and, you know, networking. Like you can't just, you know, walk up, ask for your money and leave. Like you need to fucking ask that dude how his day is, like know his fucking name. Like even the sound guys that fucking know everybody that you work with.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then what about merch?
Oh, just don't have trash merch, you know? I mean, don't have trash, you know, designs. Always have the fucking sick stuff. Like, you know, change it out every tour if you have to. Some people go years without changing their shit, but like we try to do like new designs every tour.
Dude, fuck and,
yeah.
I'm a designer. That's what I do full time. So like I always stress the band, and in my band we always cycle shit. We make shit, and then it's like that's one tour only, and then it's done. It's on to the next thing. So I always try to bring it up like, yo, merch is important, everybody. That's gonna be like your real money maker when you're out on the road.
Yeah, we're at the point now where we make about our guarantee and merch, or a little bit, probably double our guarantee some nights, but it's getting really, it's getting really nice. I love being able to, you know, pay my bills with, you know, what the band pays me just being in the band, you know what I mean?
Dude, yeah, and that's fucking tight. Is there any insight to, like, you know, you do one U.S. tour, what you personally would walk away with? And if it's too personal, you don't have to answer that.
No, you're good. It just depends. I mean, if it's like our tour or like a really good direct support tour, I mean, we usually leave with at least, I don't know, $750 to like $1,500 a member, depending on whatever we do.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then like one-off kind of like weekend festival things will be a lot usually.
Fuck yeah.
A lot of the times we'll just take the guarantee and, you know, split it up amongst us, like after we pay for our little costs of getting out there or whatever.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it's just really nice, you know.
Dude, fuck
thankfully.
Yeah. So you guys are with Spine Farm, and that's a label I don't really know anything about.
Gotcha.
How is it working with them? And were you in the band before they were on Spine Farm?
Oh yeah. I was in the band a few years before we got on Spine Farm.
Okay.
But they're great. Like Spine Farm is amazing. They're the metal subsidiary of Universal Music Group. So
okay.
They've got the Universal money, and they've been fucking flexing for us for so long now, like helping us with everything. And I don't know, I can't thank our label enough, to be honest. They've been nothing but great to us.
That's awesome. How is it compared to, and we don't have to say names, but past labels you guys were on and past experience with record labels?
Night and day, dude.
Hell
Night
yeah.
and day. Yeah.
What's some of the bad
great.
shit compared to the good shit?
Between labels and stuff?
Yeah, like what's some bad shit you went through with past experiences compared to, you know, the good shit you're living with now?
I mean, you know, lower budgets for one.
Yeah.
Like, we're always just a bummer. Working with a label that has actual money and actual connections and actual pool and everything like that, it's really nice. I'm trying to think. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that happened with our old label that was questionable and kind of set us up in a really bad way. But I mean, you know, can't really speak about it. But
exactly, yeah, and you don't have to.
Yeah, but it's
hell
definitely a lot better.
Fuck yeah. So, winding down a little bit here, we've kind of mentioned your girlfriend a little bit, Kaylee from the band Rivals, and so they're currently on like a huge fucking tour streak right now, right?
Yes, they're almost done.
All right, so since both of you guys are kind of in this industry and do this shit, I can't imagine, you know, she's gone for 60 days, then you're off, you do a full U.S. tour. Man, how do you make some, you know, most people, they shit the bed with their boyfriend or spouse being gone for 2 weeks. How do you guys make the relationship work?
We fucking hate each other. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
we just like our you know, our me time, our personal space. Like both of us are, because like, you know, touring a lot or whatever, you get, you know, sensory, you know, what's it called? Overload.
Yeah.
Where you interact with way too many people and all you want to do is just be by yourself when you get home from tour and all that. And so like, we both get that. And so whenever, you know, say she comes home and then I have to leave for tour, you know, it's not like a big deal because, you know, she just spent months around people she doesn't, know or whatever, and just wants to be home. So she gets to sit at home, chill, be by herself, play video games, whatever. I mean, it's the same with me.
Yeah.
We're not really like a clingy, needy couple. We just know the way it goes, and I speak her language, she speaks mine. You know what I mean?
True.
Like,
yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Is it ever, since you guys are both in this, is it ever hard stepping away from music? Or are you guys pretty good at that? Like, oh, hey, today we're not gonna do anything music related. We're gonna go do just normal people shit. Or are you guys just always just fucking like? Because I know that you do stuff for her band and work for her band sometimes. So it's like, is it just always just like music, or do you guys break away and do normal shit every once in a while?
It is always music, but we try to break away from it and go do normal people things, go out to dinner and see movies, whatever the fuck. But yeah, no matter what, we're always like, that's both mine and her, like, number one priorities are music. And I think that's why we're just able to make it work, because both of us know, like, music's our number one thing.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Like, that's how I make my money, and essentially that's how she makes her money. I mean, she does graphic design, so
yeah.
We're both making money.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. And that's sick that you guys are in this together, and you guys, like you said, you guys both speak the same language. Because, man, I've been in a relationship for a very long time, and I got a great situation, but yeah, it gets hard. It would be cool if, like, a spouse on the other side of things would be like, hey, if you just understood everything that goes on in this industry and how things work, like, yeah, that would make things probably a lot easier and clearer for
100%. Yeah. Because, like, you're on tour and there's like those long ass stretches of time where you can't be on the phone, or you're walking to a restaurant or something, like you're not around your phone, and someone freaks the fuck out and, where are you? Like, who are you with? Like, you're ignoring me and shit. Like, I mean, I've been there. Like, I've had anxiety and shit like that, but it was from like coming off of meds. It wasn't like actually me, but I get it, but.
Yeah, dude. Fucking the dudes in my band, they've had some crazy exes and like,
oh man,
dude, just crazy shit, dude. My girl's never done anything like that to me, but man, there was like just phone calls they would get at 4 a.m, and it would like wake me up, and I'd be like, "Are you really talking about this right now?" Like, we've been driving.
Insane.
Like, dude, it's just insanity. It's so fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
Last question I got for you, man. Is there any new Browning in the works? Anything we can expect coming from you?
We got the very first developments kind of happening right now. We've got some other stuff we're kind of working on I can't really talk about, but once that's done, then we're going to be fully, back on Browning grind and doing the next album. But this next one, we don't even know, like, what we're looking at right now. Like, it could be anything. Like, it's going to be probably the most different Browning record we've ever done. And I mean, every single one's really different, but this one's going to be like, I don't know, probably the purest, of all of our inspirations, all of our skills, all of our tastes,
And don't take this wrong, but is it so different and so much of a shakeup for you guys that you're kind of nervous about it?
No, not at all. We love the change up. Nah, we love the change up, dude.
What about, like, fan perception? Like,
to be honest,
on that level.
I mean, so like with all of our rock songs that we have on our record right now, that are no dance elements and shit like that. Like, it's just pure rock, pretty much. Like, all of those, we were kind of like, our fans might not like this. I mean, it was definitely a thought that we had, but at the same time, it was like, we like this music. Like, this is what we like to play. So let's just do what we want to do. And, if it works, it works. If not, it doesn't. And we'll go from there. But
hell yeah, that's awesome.
It worked.
I guess, another second part, last question. Because we got mutual friends. How was doing Europe with Attila?
Oh, it was great, dude. The Attila dudes are probably some of the sweetest guys we've ever toured with.
For real,
Kalen's an absolute doll. Chris is just the most hospitable dude. Brian's just the coolest guy. You know, Franz is like a creep, but he's amazing. No, I love Franz. He's dope. But yeah, they were all the nicest dudes. That tour was probably one of the biggest ones we've done. Like them and Eskimo, like it was insane. Like both of those bands, like back to back, was like I don't even know, just like total domination of the crowd. Like it was insane. So many people.
Yeah. What size rooms were you guys playing over there?
There was a lot of 1,000 caps, a lot of like 1,500s. There was a couple like 800s. There's maybe one or two like 500 caps, but a lot of them were like 1,000 plus. Yeah,
that's sick, dude.
It was crazy.
Is there anything we should be on the lookout that you had your fingers in the pot as far as writing goes, or anything like that? Any new releases from that end of your career that we should be looking out for? Or can you talk about it?
I'm trying to think of stuff I can actually talk about.
If you can, it's all good.
Fuck. Well, I got Weeping Wounds record. They've got 2 singles out right now, but
yeah.
The whole record's about to be out on Stay Sick. Shout out Stay Sick.
And you like produced, mixed, and mastered and all that for that record?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Sure did. And got some other stuff in the works, just can't talk about it. Just a lot of big stuff. Like I said 2 days ago, I got the biggest fucking job I've ever gotten in my life. And, that was out of nowhere. So
for sure.
I don't know. I'll make sure everyone knows when it drops, though.
Okay. Well, hell yeah, man. So what should I leave the people with? What Browning song should I close this bitch out with?
The Browning Final Breath, because I wrote that bitch.
Oh, Final Breath. All right, you heard it from the man. Well, hey, thank you, Cody, so much for taking the time to do this. We really appreciate it. And
cool, man.
Yeah, dude. So it was Last Breath, right?
Yeah.
All right, this is the
Final Breath.
Final Breath. Sorry. My train of thought, dude. It's been a long fucking week. My brain is just But yeah, this is the Browning with Final Breath. Thank you so much for talking with me, Cody, and we'll see you next time, all right?
Rock on, dude.